Okay, hi everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to Clue 3.
Yay.
Can you believe we're like halfway through January?
No, I can't.
What the heck?
What is the date?
What is happening? Well, it's the day of the clue.
But what is today?
Today is the day of the clue.
Yeah, but they know we record this early.
What are we, the 12th?
January 12th.
Okay, so this will come out on the 14th-ish. But
Oh,
yeah, we're halfway
halfway.
through. Okay, so welcome to Clue 3. This is Katie's week.
Of, what is it called?
My sister's favorite things. This is, if you're just stumbling across this and you're like, what the heck are you doing? This is a mystery knit along Clue 3. You can find our pattern on Ravelry or PayHip. And it's called My Sister's Favorite Things.
Yep.
And this week is Katie's favorite thing.
Yep. So you get a new portion of the pattern every week. You don't know what you're knitting. All that fun stuff.
All that fun stuff. All right. So if you've gotten your clue and you've taken a look at it, we're saying this one looks short and sweet, kind of like Katie, but it's not as short and sweet. Once you get going, you'll find out that it's just not as short and sweet as you might think.
Yeah. She is short and sweet.
She is short. Yeah, she's short.
And what's her favorite thing again? What's her favorite thing?
Are we talking about? Oh yeah. Okay, so we've got a really good family homemade Caesar dressing recipe.
A lot out of the family people don't love it, but that's because we make it a little extra garlicky.
Extra garlicky. So we're saying, yeah, she's short and sweet with a little extra garlic. Katie is full of garlic, so she makes it even extra garlicky, doesn't she?
Yes.
I don't personally.
No, Christina's probably the worst.
Is she the most garlicky? They get that from our granddad.
Yeah. I like it. I eat it, and I'll lick the bowl out after. But I don't make it. I use generic.
Yeah, I just buy
Caesar.
it, but Katie does not.
No, they would not do that.
Yeah. So that is, so throw that on, have a little garlic Caesar dressing with your steak from last week.
Oh, yeah.
We're making a full meal.
Yes,
and then have my cookies for dessert.
There we go.
Chrissy's going to
it's
be
funny
next
how
week.
our favorite things are turning into food.
Well, it's our favorite thing.
Do we like food?
Hello.
Yes, we do.
All right. So what you're going to see is there is only one stitch that you will need help with this week. You may not. The written instructions are there. Sarah needed help as we were doing the video. I was like, that's not how you do it.
That's happened to in a video, during a video, every clue so far. That I've learned something.
Because you just went off my written instructions and it's not wrong. What Sarah was doing is not wrong.
No, it's just different.
We get the same result doing it two different ways. So make sure you watch the whole little clue video because we show a couple different ways.
two ways to do it. My way and Jamie's way.
Yes. So that is coming up, the knot stitch. And that's it. So you're going to see that. You're going to see working back across a little bit with a little tip. And then we'll be back with
the spoiler.
The full Clue 3.
Well, no, I'm not done.
Okay, I'm not done either.
We're both not done.
You'll get the hint. So we'll show you what we have and we'll be back after that. Okay.
Okay, so this is the make a knot stitch or whatever it is called in the pattern. I'm showing it on mohair because this seems to be the hardest to kind of do it on because your little threads are so thin. I'm just pushing this up a bit. I've already done some. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to purl the next three together.
Let me get a clear, just wait, it's not, there we go.
Okay, we're going to purl these three together. And then without slipping them off, we're going to bring our yarn to the back. And then we're going to purl three together again.
It's getting blurry. Shoot.
I'm going to do it again. Is that right? Is that not how you do it?
No, but that works.
Yeah, I don't know what you do.
Well, I'll tell you what I do.
Okay,
let's do a fun
Jamie is gonna. So that's what I do.
Okay.
So we're gonna purl three together.
Okay, now I bring that yarn around the back and to the front again.
Like this?
Yeah. Oh, that's the same thing you did. You just didn't bring the yarn right to the front.
I just take it to the back so it's coming across this way.
Oh, I bring
and you bring it all the way around.
Yes, and then purl together again.
And then purl together again.
So I guess you could choose. Let's show both ways again.
So essentially it is a purl three together, yarn over.
This thing is not, it keeps wanting to zoom on something and making it really fuzzy. Okay.
What's it?
Okay,
it's the line. Hold on. I'm going to fix this right now. It's the lines.
We just do, this is what we do.
Yeah, okay. We learn new things as we're teaching you things. Okay, so we're going to do it my way. So we're going to purl three together.
Oh, it's still not. Okay, there. Just goes really slow.
Okay, purl three together. And without sliding it off, we're going to bring our yarn to the back. And we're going to purl 3 together again. And then this is where it gets a little tight, and I just use my finger and pull it on, holding everything a little loose and pulling it on there.
So you're purling 3 stitches together, but you're ending up with 3 stitches. That's the key. You
That's
want to
the
make
key.
sure we're not decreasing, we're not increasing.
So where those 3 are, we've got our first purl, our yarn over, because it's on a slant. A yarn over generally will show up on your needle as a slant. And your other stitch, sorry, my nails are still terrible, guys. It's been 3 weeks. Okay, so this is Jamie's way.
Maybe if I didn't have your nail polish at my house.
My nail polish remover, yeah.
And then bring it right
so
around.
Purl 3 together, and she goes over the top and back around to the front. And purl 3 together again. That actually, you know what? Jamie's way is looser.
I think it also gives you more of a full stitch instead of just a yarn over feel. It gives you...
Okay. Let me try that again.
Okay.
Purl 3 together. Good.
Leave the stitch on.
Leaving the stitch on. Bringing our yarn over and back around to the front. Giving ourselves a loop there. And purling 3 together because we're not decreasing. We're making 3 stitches out of 3 stitches.
Yep.
And that is
Yay.
the make a knot stitch.
Thanks, Sarah.
You're welcome. Okay, so I just wanted to show you what, once you've worked across your knot row, what it kind of looks like. You can see you've got these little clusters of 3. And so as you're shoving, stitches up onto your needle, sometimes these 3 stitches get a little mangled together. So you just want to make sure it's always going to be that middle stitch that might tuck underneath the very last stitch of that cluster of 3. So just kind of like work it away with your needle, especially if you're working with mohair, because I find that the fibers kind of get stuck together. So you don't want to accidentally knit any of these stitches together because they're all meant to be their own separate stitches, like your little cluster of 3. So you can see as you spread it out, you get these little chunks of 3. So you just want to make sure as you're knitting them to make sure that little middle yarn over stitch doesn't get jammed up underneath the last stitch or the first stitch, and making sure that you're knitting 3 separate stitches, and so on.
Can I say one thing?
Yes.
When you're working across, because those knots are made on the wrong side. So
Yes.
the first time knitting across is on an increase row. Your knit front back will be one
of those 3
and
stitches.
it might feel a little weird. Like
Yes.
you do your make one left, and then you do a knit front back, and you will use up the first
stitch of your first cluster of 3.
I was thinking of that last night when I was doing it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, just maybe make a note of that.
Okay. Yeah. So that very first stitch, when you're
Is a
coming
make.
off your 6, let's pretend this is my 6 stitches of edging, whatever you're doing, whether it's the cable or the garter. So then we make one left.
Yeah, I don't think we need to
I'm
show
not going to
Sarah.
do it, but then your first knit front back is on that first stitch.
Yep, and that's good. That's okay.
And then you have your next 2 to knit just normal. And
Yep.
then from there on, clusters of 3.
Yay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Hey guys, we're back. Okay, are you ready to see all of clue 3? This is your spoiler. Spoiler. Ready, Freddie?
I'm ready.
So again, Sarah has the mohair version and I have the fingering weight version.
And both of us are not done clue 3.
No, we're not. She's almost done.
Okay, so there was my clue 2 with the
It's
buttons,
so
and
pretty.
here is my clue 3 with the knot stitch.
I love when you hold it up.
Yeah, I really like it both ways. Like, wait till you see Jamie's. Like, mine's really airy and open.
I only have 2 rows of the
I
knot
only have
stitch
3.
done. And mine's really, really shunked up here on some needles.
Oh, yeah, it is.
But here is my...
Oh, it just looks so sharp.
I love it.
I'll get my face out of there
Get your
so it
face.
focuses.
Check that out. This, if you're, it does maybe seem a little tedious, but it is worth it. It is not super
And
long.
it's only one row that you're
Yes.
doing. Well, and working back across
And
them.
I think, what, 4 times? Is it?
Yeah, I think it's 5.
4 or 5. I
Are
don't
a
remember.
little like tricksy, but then the rest of the row is rest rows. So,
So
I
take
keep
your
trying
time.
to keep my face in screen, and it's like focusing on me. Sorry.
Yes. So take your time. Don't stress out.
Yeah.
Watch
You
the
got a
videos
whole
again.
week to kind of putz through those rows, and
Yeah.
your garter rows, your 4 rows of just plain knitting back
I
and forth,
kind of
back
find
and
it
forth.
fun. Like, it gives you something to do.
Yeah,
And
I like it.
get bored really fast. So that's why you've noticed that there's
Shocker.
lots of changes happening in the pattern. So there you are, clue 3. And we hope you are enjoying it. And we'll see you next week for
Yep.
clue 4. Happy
Happy
knitting!
knitting!